Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know this rush hour of December 24, Tuesday. I'm Riza Diaz. Opening today's rush with a throng of Metro Manila residents heading their way back to their respective provinces in time for the Christmas Eve. Now, since weekend bus terminals were able to manage the holiday exodus with stricter than usual policies. Laila Panghalinan has this story.
Over the weekend, a whopping 15,000 passengers have fled the metro, and the Araneta City Bus Terminal expects about 20,000 passengers more to hit the road until Christmas Eve tomorrow. The Araneta City Bus Terminal promised there would be no bus shortage.
Sa LTFRB already released ng mga special permit para magkaroon ng ma-augment itong demand sa ating mga mananakay pauwi sa kanilang probinsya.
Trips bound for Samar and Bicol are experiencing delays though. This is due to road constructions in Sipocot, Camarines Sur and port congestion between Matnog, Sorsogon and Alan Northern Samar. Passengers also worry about tropical storm Ursula.
Well, unfortunately, pag sinabi ng Coast Guard na hindi po pwede sila makatawid, medyo may stranded ng mga ilan natin mga pasero.
Bus companies also impose strict policies against bringing on board pets and livestock like chicken, advising passengers to consult them first. Joey, who's bound for Samar, is happy to have his 2 chickens join him on the trip.
Sabi naman po kanina kasi sinabi ko, may dala po akong manok, sabi okay naman daw.
Depende po sa bus company dito sa bus station kung mapapahintulutan nila, pero there's no guarantee dahil pampasahero lang itong mga buses natin.
The Araneta City Bus Terminal and Busport Management also remind passengers to avoid bringing lots of bags to give way to other passengers' luggages. Officers from the PNP, LTFRB, and LTO are also deployed in the terminal to ensure passenger safety. For News 5, Laila Pangilinan, we are One News.
Meanwhile, some flights have been canceled today due to bad weather. Air Asia canceled its flight to and from Manila to Tacloban. Cebu Pacific also canceled its flights to and from Manila and Tacloban, and as well as to and from Cebu and Tacloban. Ursula has intensified further into a severe tropical storm overnight. Now, to tell us more on this, we have with us on the line Chris Perez from the PAGASA Weather Forecasting Center. Chris, good morning.
Good morning, Riza. Yes, Ursula's intensified into a severe tropical storm as of 2 a.m. today. And as of 4 o'clock this morning, it was estimated at about 315 kilometers east of Giwan, eastern Samar. Now, Ursula has yet to make landfall to any part of the country. However, sometime in between 5 p.m. to up to 10 p.m. today, we're expecting it to make landfall over the eastern Visayas area. At the moment, we have a warning signal number 2 hoisted over Albay, Sorsogon, Masbate, including Burias and Ticao Island, Samar provinces, extreme northern Cebu, including Bantayan and Camotes Island, northeastern Iloilo, and northeastern Capiz. These areas are expected to experience stormy weather with rough to very rough sea conditions. Meanwhile, warning signal number 1 is up over Metro Manila, Bulacan, Bataan, Rizal, Cavite, Laguna, Batangas, Camarines provinces, Catanduanes, Marinduque, Romblon, Mindoro provinces, Calamian Island, and Cuyo Island. And over the Visayas area, particularly southern Leyte, the rest of northern Cebu, central Cebu, northeastern Bohol, Aklan, Antique, rest of Capiz, rest of Iloilo, Guimaras, northern Negros Occidental, northern Negros Oriental, Dinagat Island, and Surigao del Norte, including Siargao and Bucas Grande Island in Mindanao. These areas are expected to experience rains and occasional gusty winds with moderate to rough sea conditions. Now, PAGASA is providing 3-hourly updates about this particular severe tropical storm. The next update will be issued at 8 a.m. today. So that's the latest from PAGASA Weather Forecasting Center. I'm Chris Perez reporting.
Thank you very much, Chris Perez, again reporting from the PAGASA Weather Forecasting Center. Now, over 20 people were wounded, including 9 soldiers, after a series of bombing in Cotabato and Mindanao. Now, this happened ahead of President Duterte's visit to the area for land title distribution. Gemma Vansenia has a report.
The first explosion occurred here, outside the DXMS radio station in Sinsuat Avenue, Cotabato City. Witnesses said they saw two motorcycle-riding men lob a grenade towards soldiers securing the Immaculate Conception Cathedral.
Initial po na nakalap po ang mga perpetrators po ay mga pinatili po na nakasakay po sa bata.
Of the 16 wounded in the blast, 9 were soldiers. A few minutes after the grenade blast, an improvised explosive device blew up near a store in Dibungan, North Cotabato. 7 were wounded in the incident. This was followed by another explosion 15 meters away from the first IED blast.
It appears na at random yung kanilang paglagay nung bomba. Like katulad ng mga ibang mga pangyayaring ganito, they always place the bombs in yung mga areas na may mga tao.
In UP, Mindanao, another IED exploded at 9 in the evening. 2 persons were wounded.
Kasama po tayo ng bisigahan kung ito pa ba ay coordinated na pagpasabog po or isolated cases lang naman po na nagkataon, and the groups po behind and the motive po ng pagpapasabog po. Kasalukuyan pa po inibisigahan.
The explosions occurred ahead of the president's visit to Cotabato City on Monday afternoon, where he distributed land titles to agrarian reform beneficiaries. The military says it does not discount the possibility that the explosions were the handiwork of ISIS-inspired groups out to sow terror in the region. For News 5, Jem Avancenia, we are One News.
Now, here are the biggest stories from the dailies. The Freeman reports that over 2,000 people in Cebu and Bohol won't be spending Christmas in their homes. That's after more than 100 passenger vessels, rolling cargos, and motorboats were prevented from sailing due to severe tropical storm Ursula. The Philippine Coast Guard advises homebound travelers to wait until the afternoon of Christmas Day or even Thursday morning before they can catch their respective trips. Passengers who have already bought tickets are expected to either be refunded or be put on the priority list once trip suspensions are lifted. Malacanang welcomes the result of the third quarter survey by the social weather stations, which states that 79% of Filipinos are satisfied with government's war on drugs. According to a report by Filipino Star Ngayon, Palace spokesman Salpanelo says the survey result is a slap to opposition groups and critics of the president, who he says have been intent in discrediting the administration's effort in battling illegal drugs. Panelo says the anti-drug war has contributed in minimizing crime and reducing drug trade. And this one from the Philippine Star. A soldier was killed while 8 others were wounded in 2 separate attacks made allegedly by New People's Army rebels in Camarines Sur and Iloilo on Monday. Now, this comes after President Duterte's declaration of a holiday ceasefire between government and communist insurgents. Reports state that the armed rebels fired at the platoon of soldiers and detonated an IED, resulting in the death of a soldier. Now, the AFP condemned the treacherous attack, while the Philippine National Police urged rebel groups to respect the truce set in place for the Yuletide season.
It's unilateral, we're with the government, and it will really depend on them. But as we trust them, we would not have declared a ceasefire if we don't trust them. And hopefully they will encourage us to trust them.
The Kapatid Network is here to stay. MediaQuest and TV5 are dismissing rumors of a possible buyout in 2020. Bim Santos reports.
TV5 is not for sale. This is the message of its parent company, MediaQuest Holdings, after talk surfaced of a potential buyout by ABS-CBN, whose franchise is set to expire next year. In a statement, MediaQuest President Rhea Espinosa said MediaQuest Holdings and its subsidiary TV5 Network are not on the market. MediaQuest Chairman Manuel V. Panghalinan adds the two networks have not talked about carrying ABS-CBN's programs when the franchise expires next year.
We're not offering them anything. We're not suggesting anything to them. So they're really not talks.
An online article on Friday said the Lopezes were either looking to rent a spot at TV5 or to buy out MediaQuest Holdings. The ABS-CBN franchise is set to expire on March 2020. But in recent weeks, President Duterte had said he will see to it that the media network's franchise will not be renewed by Congress. Duterte has lashed out at ABS-CBN in the past, recalling how the network failed to air all of his campaign material during the 2016 presidential elections. But House Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano assured the company of fair treatment on its ABS-CBN franchise renewal bid. Bim Santos, We Are One News.
Let's fast break now to Sports Rush. Meralco is heading to the PBA Governors Cup Finals. Allen Durham and the rest of the Bolts proved to be too much for TNT, who fell in an 89-78 loss in Game 5 of the semifinals. The two-time best conference import dished out an almost triple-double outing with 28 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists. Now, it's round 3 for Meralco and Barangay Ginebra in the finals. The Bolts are out for some redemption after losing to Ginebra in their last 2 final dates in 2016 and 2017. But it's not just Durham who delivered the big time for Meralco. Rookie Bong Quinto sealed the win with big shots in the final frame to end with a career high of 19 points.
Kung sino talaga yung gustong manalo, siya yung ano. So kami naman every game, yung preparation namin, yung binibigay na sistema ni Coach Norman sa amin, offense and defense. So kagaya ng sabi niya, sandalan lang namin yung sistema niya. And yun, makukuha namin yung panalo. Kasi naglalaro kami as a team eh. And then yung mga key players namin, hindi sila, sobrang ano sila, nagsishare sila ng ball para maka-score kami, then maka-stop kami.
And here are the stories to watch out for later today. Health Secretary Francisco Duque is set to visit the victims of lambanog poisoning from Laguna. Around 80 of those patients are still confined at the Rizal Medical Center in Pasig, while others were admitted in East Avenue Medical Center and Philippine General Hospital. Some oil companies are hiking their price of diesel by 1 peso and 15 centavos per liter. Now, kerosene prices, on the other hand, are going up by 1 peso and 5 centavos per liter. And Eastern Visayas braces for the possible landfall of severe tropical storm Ursula this afternoon. And that's how the day is shaping up to be. Join us again next time for another round of Rush. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.